I'm going to explain how to do problem 15.81. First, they want you to find the angular velocity of AB and BC and the velocity of the midpoint of BC. You start out with drawing the picture, which is the rod with the fixed point at A and the rod with the fixed point at D, and then the free moving rod with B and C. They've given you the angular velocity of CD, which is 18 radians per second, and the three lengths of the rods, which is AB is 10 inches, BC is 20 inches, and CD is 10 inches. Then using that information, you start out with the two fixed points, A and D. So at point D, you're looking to find the velocity of C, and the velocity given the omega and the length. You do velocity equals omega times the length, and the omega is 18 radians per second in the given, and then the length is 10 inches. So the velocity of C is 180 inches per second, and then it's in that direction right there. Then the other fixed point, A, you do the velocity B equals velocity, and then that velocity's direction is right there. And using those two velocity directions, you find out that the instantaneous center is right there. And then using that, we can find that IC right there is the same thing as DC, which is 10 inches. And the Pythagorean theorem, use that to find that IB right there is 10 times the square root of 3. Then, going back to what we need to find, the angular velocity of BC. So the angular velocity of BC is equal to the velocity of BC, which we know, over IC, which we also know. So 180 divided by 10 is 18 radians per second. Now we have to find the angular velocity of AB, and to do that we need the velocity of B. So to find the velocity of B, we have to know the length of IB, which we do, and the omega of BC, which we also do. So we have to go 10 times the square root of 3 times 18. It gives you that number, 311.77 inches per second, which you can use to find the omega of AB. So you have that velocity, which you divide by the length, and then you get the omega, which is 31.177 radians per second. And the last part, C, you have to find the velocity of M. So the M, the midpoint of BC, is right there. The distance is half of BC, which is 10. Half of BC is 10. So it's just easy. The velocity is the length times omega, and since we have both of those, it's easy to calculate. So it's 10 times 18, which is 180 inches per second, which is equal to 15 feet per second. And that's all there is to this problem.